everyone. This is Kait. Welcome back to another episode of the Omnichannel Marketer. Today, I have Bani Bahari, CEO and co-founder of OffCourt. Hi, Bani. So good to have you on.
Hi, Kait. Nice to meet you. Thank you so much for having me.
So why don't we just start with your personal story? What brought you to found OffCourt?
Sure. I've had a very non-traditional path to starting a business. I studied engineering in college. Afterwards, I was a management consultant for about 3 years. Most of my focus was in retail, and I was very interested in retail space. I thought that would be kind of the space I would work in, but I wasn't really sure where. I went to business school afterwards. I went to Columbia Business School, and while there, I was a consultant at Glossier. This is quite a long time ago. This was 2017. And, Glossier was kind of this buzzy startup and in the beauty space. And I was there for about a year, probably like 11 months in the operations team. And that kind of opened up my interest in beauty, direct-to-consumer space. I was at Glossier 3 times a week. So, it wasn't a really long time. But then after business school, I went back to consulting. I was at Calvin Klein for about a year. And then while I was there, I really wanted to start my own business and kind of got started on the first few ideation of OffCourt. 2020, I went full time on OffCourt. Then COVID happened, and I was like, oh my God, how do we do this business thing? So finally, OffCourt came to market in 2021, and we've been around for just about 2 years now.
Okay, so tell me a little bit more about OffCourt, the product, and the problem that you're solving.
Yeah, OffCourt is personal care brand for people with active lifestyle. And what we really differentiate is really 3 components. Number 1 is functional formulas. If you're an active person, you're sweating, you have a different needs than non-active in our view. And active people tend to shower multiple times a day. They want products that are super hydrating. Sweat is part of the component of lifestyle, and whether you want to deal with it or not, that's a big angle of active lifestyle. And we make functional formulas catered towards that active lifestyle. Second component is premium. And I don't think workouts and fragrances traditionally have gone together really well. Most people are like, do you wear perfume when you work out? Is it too strong? And the other side of the premium fragrance market is, in the fragrance space, you really have to pay a premium price for something that smells really nice. And traditionally, this space was also very gendered. So what we are trying to do is bringing gender neutral, modern scent that are very, very fresh with price points that are super accessible for daily use, so that fragrances are not really a splurge or reserved for a special occasion, but can be enjoyed on an everyday basis. And, I kind of hit on the third thing, which was that affordable price piece that specifically is around fragrances. So where we play is, upper end of mass market with products that smell a lot more expensive and better than, traditional products you find on in the aisles.
And, you're coming to found this brand. Do you identify as that active person, or was it more that you just saw a very clear opportunity in the market?
No, I started this company with my husband, John, and both of us lead a very active lifestyle. And, we're not athletes per se, but we go from workout to office or, workout to brunch, or there's that lifestyle of kind of on the go. And we launched the brand with body sprays, which is really the product that encapsulates what the brand is about. It is multifunctional. It is deodorant, so it manages the body odor. It has a fragrance component to it, so a lot of people use it as even their perfume or cologne. And it's a product that can easily be put in a gym bag and you travel with, and you feel like, okay, pre-workout, I've got myself covered. After workout, I have something to freshen up and go and do the next thing.
So, Glossier continues to be a major player in the D2C space, but I think a lot has changed, since Glossier first started, specifically around the cost of acquisition and getting those customers in a digitally native way. How have you thought about that now in the current state of customer acquisition? how have you thought about your go-to-market strategy for OffCourt?
Honestly, we don't do anything that is related to Glossier because I think, as you mentioned, the world is completely changed. And those days of, low Instagram, even CAC or insane engagement are just gone. So when we launched direct to consumer on Amazon. And, so many people advised me against launching on Amazon, but I'm so glad we did it. I think most people with that mentality of, you really need to be a direct consumer brand and own that relationship with customer are obviously against Amazon because you don't own that relationship and you really can't control a big part of that experience. But we were in a space where on Amazon, they were not really a lot of brands. And we saw this white space and we launched our body spray. It's continues to be a big player in the body spray category on Amazon. Direct to consumer, we've kind of when we launched, we didn't have insane plans. We took it really slowly and acquired customers on ways that were profitable, and that has been a big focus of the brand from day one. So, at the beginning, we couldn't really get together. We launched in 2021, so events, a lot of things we do today wasn't really applicable, but to be honest, we got lucky. We got a bunch of features and those brought a lot of early customers and introduced us in that athletic space. And then from there on, we just kind of ramp up. We tested different strategies. If they were working, we stick with them. If they were not working, we just switch.
And so what are some of the strategies, to profitably acquire customers today?
I think every brand is different. For us, we are in a price point of less than $15. And that's a very, very challenging price point to acquire digital customers profitably. And we are not spending a ton of money on Facebook, Instagram ads to get that customer for any cost. That's not part of our business. Today, as we speak, majority of our customer acquisition comes through gyms and boutiques. We have a program, and this was not really an official program. We had gyms reaching out to us and say, we found your product. We're interested in buying wholesale. And we're like, interesting. We'd never thought about that. So we started selling to these gyms, and they basically buy it from us on cartons, and then they put it in their shower, change room, whatever their setup is for their customers to use. And that introduces our brand to that active customer that we want to capture in a new way. And what we have seen is if we are in a zip code within a few miles of that gym, we see a lot of orders of that particular scent that gym bought. So we have a way of kind of seeing a bit of a correlation, but we do acquire a big portion of our customers through that channel. And that's one of our channels in 2023 that we're doubling down and growing.
Okay, so you're direct to consumer, you're on Amazon, you're through gyms. Are those all of the channels that you're selling through? Or, how do you think about what that makeup looks like today versus what you expect and hope it to look like in the next few years?
We are also in boutiques. I would say that they are one-off and we aren't aggressively pursuing to be in more. But we, again, kind of stumble across boutiques and we're seeing reorders. So we are in a way pursuing that. When we first launched the brand, I would say, 75% was Amazon, 25% was direct to consumer. Today, I want to say less than 40% is Amazon, another 40% is direct to consumer, and then 20% is gyms, boutiques, and we want to really increase that.
You want to increase that gym,
yes,
because it becomes a great discovery tool.
It's a really, really great discovery tool. We sell to these gyms, at a wholesale pricing, what we are selling by cart. They love it because they don't have anything else in the market that kind of fit there. Typically the gyms that like us are just, smaller boutique, they're cooler spaces. So they're looking for a brand that fit their aesthetic and, we really fit well there. It's just a profitable channel that makes so much sense. Just the challenge is we kind of have to go one by one. So, we started in New York with gyms and We are in hundreds of them, and then kind of expanding from there nationally. And just scaling that program is a hard task.
Yeah, I guess how are you thinking about scaling that program? I understand that's kind of a focus for the year.
So we're starting with our team. We have people in right now. We have a small team, and our team is Miami, New York, and LA. So that's our target, is where we have it. We have a team player. That's what we're going to push. And right now, as we speak, we're just testing. We're testing different types of workout studios, whether it's spin versus, lifting, and understanding what exactly makes sense, who is interested in our product. And once we have a playbook or a blueprint, then it's just like, okay, now let's just have a team behind it whose job is basically field marketing and sales.
And how do you, manage your end-to-end customer and brand experience across all of these different, sporting, gyms as Amazon and your direct consumer channel? How do you, bridge those gaps?
I think it's a very hard thing to do. I think realistically, some places we have control of the whole experiences, and some places we just don't. So direct to consumer, we own that relationship. We are extremely responsive. Every order ships on the same day, if not next day. We have chat functionality that I think is active 14 hours a day. Every customer who pings us get a response on the same day. So we are very, very focused on that relationship. If things go wrong, package gone missing, we are super, super proactive and responsive there. On Amazon, we don't have that same level of experience. What we do is, we ship from our manufacturer to Amazon warehouses, and we hope that Amazon as a partner is doing their part. But we also know that, to me, that's a different customer who's not necessarily, expecting that branded experience. They want something in 2 days, and that's all that matters. Versus our DTC customer would want, they get like a sample of other fragrances when they're first come to our site. They get handwritten notes. They get surprise gifts based on their loyalty. It's a different customer. And I think you can't really mix the two. There are people who are on Amazon, convenience oriented, and they want to get something that they see very fast. And they want to also return it very fast if they don't want it. So we have accepted that we can't control that experience. But if someone on Amazon, message us, we're still very, very proactive, because we're in a business of repeat purchase, and we are selling daily products people use and replenish on a monthly basis. So, every experience we get a chance to, we want to make it memorable. We want to go above and beyond as much as possible. On the gym side, most of these gyms we are at are very premium high-end studios, and they do a really great job of showcasing our products. So honestly, nothing to worry there. It's just for us really, honing that program is the focus. But there are, gyms that are 2 or 3 branches, and they love to find and bring cool products for their customers, and they want to showcase them well. So, we sell it to them, they showcase it to the customer, and then from there, we really can't control the rest of the experience. Hopefully the person who's using it pre or post workout falls in love with the product, which I'm a big believer in, and then become a customer or, an advocate of the brand.
That makes complete sense. Okay, so what is something that you are bold, feel boldly or passionately about that, you'd want to share with our listeners?
This is a tough one. I think as an industry as a whole, I think the balance of being a sustainable brand, which everybody in beauty right now is working towards that, but also creating products that make sense. So, that balance is very, very hard. And what we do today is we try to bring recyclable, post-consumer recycled material as much as possible, but we're also seeing that, one, consumers are not willing to pay for the increment in cost. And then 2, consumers are not going to change their habits. For example, just an example of this, when we were launching our body wash, we did a test where we sent them a powder, and that was our first formula. This is a powder that is dry. You can carry it. You can put it in the gym bag. It fits with our story. All you have to do is add water to it. Every single person who tried this was like, this is a horrible experience. I want my body wash in a bulky packaging bag and make a second size so I can carry it in my gym bag. So, I think that notion of sustainability, which we want to be more sustainable, but when it comes with increased cost and change of customer behavior, it's just not working for us. So, we changed plans and we launched a body wash in a plastic bottle. But what we did is, with our packaging partner, we worked to make that from post-consumer recycled material.
Makes complete sense. So, but making sure to listen to the customer and then also fit within existing consumer behavior, because, it's really, really hard to change consumer behavior. So that makes sense.
It really is. And to be very honest, when we had our first formula, the powder wash, we thought it would work. And everyone on our team loved it, but every single customer hated it.
It's great that you were able to listen and pivot. That's like a critical and important part of being, an early stage company.
100% agree. But if you are in the industry and you're listening to, where the trends are going, you think that you really cannot launch a body wash in a plastic bottle anymore. So I think that's, just kind of that balance is something that I think about a lot in terms of like running a business. There are many different things from a operations perspective, which a big part of our business is that operation piece, how to get that package to the customer in an efficient manner. We had a 3PL partner that things didn't work out, and, packages were not being shipped, and we felt like a hostage. We just didn't know what to do. Consumers were angry at us, and we changed all of that plan and bring fulfillment in-house. We actually have a physical warehouse and a few people there who manage this on a daily basis. So everything that someone buys is shipped directly from our warehouse rather than a 3PL partner. As we grow, we hope that we can outsource that. But as a small brand, we haven't been able to find partners that would work with our business.
Okay, so we're going to switch gears now to our lightning round. So, a couple of kind of quick question and answers. Favorite omni-channel brand?
That's a very hard one. To be very honest, I don't think I have one. There are lots of brands that are doing really amazingly. I don't want to say one.
Okay, thing you wish you could change about our industry?
Two things. I think metrics for success as a founder is number one. And I can elaborate if you want, but the constant focus on building, the constant focus on growth versus building a sustainable business that makes sense and can be around.
Favorite podcast?
How I Built This.
Classic.
Yeah.
Favorite newsletter?
Nick Sharma's marketing newsletter every Sunday.
Yeah, Nick's is great. Favorite social media channel?
Instagram.
Favorite book?
Shoe Dog by Phil Knight.
Okay, I don't know that one. An event that you're excited about going to this year?
Trade shows. And
what type of trade shows do you go to?
We just went to our first trade show last week, a gifting trade show in New York now, in New York. And it was shockingly amazing. It was so nice to be out there, and we plan to do more of it this year.
Great. Well, Bani, thank you so much for your time. It was really great hearing the story of OffCourt. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
If you liked this podcast, follow me and the Bridge page on LinkedIn and Twitter for hot takes and tactical advice. If you really loved today's episode, we'd love a review on the podcasting platform of your choice, Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Thanks for listening.